What is up? What is up? What is up, guys? You already know. Welcome to the pre-snap read. And it's your boy, Bridges on top, back with another one, live in full effect. It's week 12. A lot of things happening, a lot of things coming up. And it's your boy, Bridges on top. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Bridges on top. Make sure you go follow Pre-Snap Read on Instagram and Twitter. Definitely. And I like to introduce my co-host. She hasn't been with us for a little minute, but she is back. She is live. She is full effect. She is here to ask all the questions, the what ifs, the who, what, buts, coulda, shoulda, woulda. And you already know it is. She held from the boot. It's the lovely Robin McGee in this thing.
I'm back. Oh my God. It's been so long. Been in the trenches. Let me tell you. The trenches.
Trenches.
Yeah. It's hard out here. I'm eating fruit snacks just so I can make it through.
hey, we all gotta do what we gotta do when we try to make it through now.
Listen, but I missed you, Ron.
I miss you too. Robin, you don't know, a lot of people love you. Like they ask about you. They ask about you more than they ask about me and Jay.
Well, hey y'all. Thank you. I'm back without popular demand. Hello. Listen, it's been some time, but listen, we have some great news coming. I love it. I love how much, especially, you know what it is? Because Black Panther came out. That's why we got that. Ooh! Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I loved it. I
saw it twice.
I loved it.
Hey, Ray. Listen. Let me just see it. But at the end of the day, Wakanda Forever was for Black women. I don't care what anybody else says.
Yeah.
That movie was for us.
Yeah. If you haven't saw She Is King or Wakanda Forever, I feel like Woman King. I feel like those two movies are definitely for like black women. Yeah, if you're a black woman out there, definitely go see those two movies. It's empowering. Hey, support black. Hey, you got to. Shoot, and I do gotta support one of my homies, man. He been out here for a long time. He been trying to do his thing, and he finally came on top. I know it's like, who are you talking about, Ron? Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Chris on top? So he been in the game for a minute. He been trying to, be the best that no one ever was. He was basically trying to catch them all. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to put y'all on little hints. Man, shout out to my boy Ash Ketchum. He finally won the Pokemon World Championship.
I did not know where this was going.
My boy Ash Ketchum finally won after 20-something years. He been in the game that long. He finally out. He finally won the championship. Shout out to my boy Ash Ketchum for finally winning the championship.
Young man, did you just stop and introduce the fact that Ash got his Poke? Y'all see what I have to do with? Do y'all see what First, it was City Boys. Now this young man wants to talk about Pokemon.
He finally won. Oh, God, that's hilarious. He finally won.
Congratulations, Ash.
It took him 20-something years.
20 years. I thought he'd been caught him.
What? I thought
I don't know. I used to play Pokemon just because my brothers was playing it, so I just wanted to do what they were doing. But I didn't generally get the concept. But I could recognize it. I thought he caught him. I don't know.
I thought he did too. After 20-something years, you would definitely think he would have been one it. But Shoot. Shout out to my boy, shout out to my ass catcher. Jerry ain't here today, man. He had to go handle some business with FAMU. You know, they traveling and stuff, so he got to be with the team today.
I think he said T. He said Big Boy T. Who's T?
Oh well, I'm thinking he talking about Jerry. So
maybe he meant Jerry.
Yeah, I'm thinking he talking about Jerry.
He has a big boy job now. He is.
Yeah. Dude, well,
he said, I have to do business. I said, oh, okay.
Yes. Well. Forever to the highest of Seven Hills.
The highest. The gods. There it is.
But talking about the biggest, let's talk about this big boy right here.
Listen, so many things are happening or have happened in the near future coming up, things that have been awarded to our HBCU athletes. And specifically, we're going to be talking about Jackson State's defensive back. This is Aubrey Miller. He is a linebacker, and he has been invited to the Reese's Senior Bowl. That's a huge deal. One, to have an HBCU player in any type of bowl outside of their traditional celebration bowl, things like that. So this is the Reese's Senior Bowl. He's leading the #1 FCS defense in the nation for tackles, recording 41 solo tackles and 30 assisted tackles thus far. Season's not even over yet, guys. So there is potential for him to continue succeeding, which is amazing. Yeah. But this Senior Bowl takes place in South Alabama. So not too far from Jackson, Mississippi. So I know they're going to have pull-up game coming up to the Reese's Senior Bowl game. And it's going to be on February 4th. So next year, 1:30 Central Time.
Okay.
So, definitely check out how you're able to watch it if you're somewhere that you want to watch it virtually, or if you're in the Alabama area, go pull up to the Reese's Senior Bowl, support Mr. Aubrey Miller. But that's very exciting. That's a huge big deal. And Jackson State been in the news all for the great things. So it's great to see more. Love that.
Yes, definitely. And then talking about this other man, he already got a Reese's Bowl invite, and he just got an East and West Strata Bowl invite. Shoot, that is crazy. That is definitely crazy. I know FAMU, every year we want to have this. Every year we want to have somebody in these, I ain't even going to call it a game. Just we want to have every year. We want to have somebody invited every year. Yeah. We want to show that, hey, we are the same level of competition as these D1 schools, as the Bamas, as the Georgia States, as the Georgias, as the LSUs, as the Texas. Yes. Definitely we can show our fortitude. We can show that we're agile, hostile, mobile. We can do all these things that these other schools are doing. It's just we don't have the spotlight. And shout out to Dion. And once we got that spotlight, everybody sees that, hey, HBCUs are prominent. HBCUs does have athletes, and HBCUs can, put on for their city.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's all about, we constantly talk about like the importance of recognition, the importance of exposure, all of these things. And what I really genuinely like, and I've said this before, but like Jackson State is just, it's like, yes, they're in, their peak, their elevation, wherever they are, but they're in their growth. That's what I would say. That's consistent with them. They're growing. But I genuinely still feel like everyone else is almost like motivated by that growth, that they want to grow as well. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's huge to have that impact in that way, right? Like we always, sometimes we get lost in like other people's successes, that is almost like you just kind of don't feel good anymore, because you'll be like, damn, I want to be like them, or I want to try to do this and that and the third, which maybe they feel like, I don't know, but I just feel like our other HBCUs, our other teams, our other players and things like that, it's just, I feel like we're all kind of elevating in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like 17, we're going to talk about this later, but 17 HBCU players, like former players getting chosen for XFL. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's amazing. That is amazing.
And we're going to get to it. I was just excited, y'all. But yeah, it's just like, that's that's what's happening right now. And I do want to still, give the flowers to Jackson State, give the, flowers to like a FAMU, that they've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? They really been like having the successes from like the start of the season, last season up until now. And they're maintaining that, which is really key. That's really successful
Mhm.
for like both these schools, to continue to elevate. And that's great. So congrats, Isaiah Land,
Sure.
shout out
It's Lance
the
world.
Rattler.
It is Lance world. And I ain't gonna
Yes.
lie, Robin. This one right here shot me.
Oh, see, we're just talking about we are elevating. Shaq Davis, South Carolina State. Run. I mean, up there. 2023 NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. Listen, lights out.
Lights out.
Lights out for them, because that's not only, a huge and accomplishing thing for the team, for the recognition, kind of like what we just talked about, but just him personally, like Mr. Davis, sir, flowers, applause. You know what I'm saying? That's key,
Yeah.
because it's like now it's almost like it's confirming that I am this good.
Mhm.
I'm where I need to be, because now I'm being chosen for these spaces. That's
Yeah.
the key.
Yeah.
That young man
And
is fine. We've been talking about him. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time Shaq Davis can
exactly.
come across pre-snap read.
Exactly. Like for me, I think this is amazing because like how athletic he is. He can go up and damn near moss any two people around him.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't get the stats that a lot of wide receivers get,
Yeah.
but he's back. But he's like they see it. They see the athleticism. They see, oh, if he had a quarterback, this would be amazing. If he just had this or if he just had that, he's a talented receiver. And for the NFL to see that talent and to see him that, hey, we need this in the NFL. We
Right.
need this for a bowl game. It's amazing. It's just amazing to me.
It truly is. And there's some other folks as well. Sports Angel. Hey, friends. But yes, it's honestly amazing. He's one of the few also from HBCUs. Want to shout out Fort Valley State University's junior running back Emmanuel Wilson also was invited to the NFLPA. Yes, like
Yeah.
Fort Valley State, man, aren't they D2?
Huh? Nah, they Fort Valley is us, D1. They D1, they with us.
They
in
with
the MEAC.
us?
Yeah, they in the MEAC. They in the MEAC.
Wow. Well, we can, yes, in South Carolina State. Yes, see, even more, because MEAC, we've been talking about MEAC needing some attention. Because we said,
I
MEAC,
mean,
gather yourselves.
I mean, your school is kind of holding it up.
Hey, no. This has been a collective effort. This has been
It has.
Central. It has been State. It has been Fort Valley. It has been Howard. Like we coming up. We coming up, because I'd be like, oh, I'm split because I got SWAC and I got MEAC now. That's it's different. But yes, congratulations, Shaq. Congratulations, Emmanuel, all others who have been invited to the NFLPA Bowl. That is exciting. Continue your jobs, continue working, put in the effort, stay healthy, stay safe.
Yeah, that
Keep
part.
moving and grooving.
Yeah,
Yes.
that part. But that our big news right here, man. This is amazing right here. This is history in the making. Like
17.
if
And
you
counting.
don't, yeah, 17 and counting, because I know they're finalizing up their last little rounds, but like literally, like this is amazing. When I first saw this, I'm like, that is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I know some people are like history for HBCUs. I don't think it never been that many players drafted
Yeah.
in the NFL at one time.
Period.
So I have to really like look up the history and everything.
Yeah. I don't
So-
even know if they have 17 active HBCU players this season. Like when you think NFL, Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm not even gonna call out a number, y'all. So if you know the number, please put it in the chat. Let us know. But I just feel like still 17 is such a substantial number from what we actually know, and because like I can only call off like 3 that I know of off the top of my head, but I'm like 14 more, like that's insane, and this is huge because that's the step that we want these guys to understand that they have is these opportunities to continue, playing, but at that professional level that they're looking for. And I don't want to like, downplay like Arena League or like Canadian Football League, but like this is, truly something that I feel like is a step above USFL, or maybe even people can debate me on that, but it's still like right closer to what we want as far as like an NFL experience. Because I genuinely feel like now that The Rock is on this, you know what I'm saying? You know him. He big
Yeah.
man. But he's going to want it to look good. He wants
Yeah.
That's one thing
Yeah.
about The Rock I can say about his business ventures. Like his little tequila, cute.
Ooh, Robin, that thing fire.
You don't
His
have to tell me,
tequila
and I don't
is
even like tequila,
fire.
man. I don't like tequila, but
I
that's
don't either, but I can drink that.
okay. So The Rock is on it. The other owner, I forget the young lady's name, but she's a lady, so the woman.
She was just on ESPN today.
Yes.
Talking about it.
Danny Garcia. That's my
Yep,
girl.
Miss Garcia. But
Miss Garcia, period. Because she's been around. So in the best of ways, businesswoman. Hello. But yeah, I think that now that we have a more foundational, I feel like, program with the XFL, thankfully COVID somewhat is behind us in a sense that we can be able to use and nurture what the XFL can do. Because I mean, like the USFL kind of had the same similar history, was here, was gone, now they're back. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
and again, I don't know how you would you rank them essentially when you're looking at, I know Arena League is like a little bit below, but then you have, USFL, Canadian League, and XFL now. And I still feel like the promotion of the XFL, I still feel like it's higher than all these other entities. And I think that makes it even more special and more entertaining for these guys to really be in a space to like feel, that comparison to professional football. So that's amazing that these guys, their stuff is solidified. Granted, you still got to be safe, be healthy. Don't just think that because you on the roster that you got a guaranteed spot. Because we wanna start. We want to be on the team. Anybody can be on the team, but not anybody. But in the grand scheme.
Just piggybacking off of you, Robin, like he already has somewhat ties with the NFL. Like he's making that effort to at least try to make this a developmental league so they can go to the NFL.
Yeah.
And like I think this is just amazing that he like just restarted it. He bought it out and he's like, hey, I need HBCU players. Literally going to Dion and telling him, hey, I need this and this and that. Like it's just amazing. And like even for every school that's on here, shout outs to every school like Hampton, North Carolina A&T, Bama A&M, Tennessee State, JSU, FAM, Grambling, Mississippi Valley.
Central.
Central's on here. Then shout out to the Orlando Guardians. They was like, we want all players.
They said we tired of not having a whole NFL professional, you know what I'm saying, style team. We got the Magic, but the Magic is doing a little whoo. Big shout out to Jared. Jared, you know you are. Sorry for that Magic team, baby. But you got the Orlando. What's their mascot? What is it?
The Guardians.
The Guardians.
Orlando Guardians.
The city.
So like they'll be playing in Camping World. And literally, like I will go to a game because I know that just FAMU people are playing. Plus,
we know where it is. We know where it is.
Exactly.
We about to pull up. Actually,
We about to pull up this week at Camping World.
In a matter of days, tomorrow.
Exactly. So, you know, just seeing this and just, you know, knowing that you'll see other teams and you'll see other HBCU players at the helm playing with other athletes, ex-NFL athletes, college athletes. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing.
It is. I'm very excited to see how this season. It's not inaugural because they had a season prior to COVID, but still.
Yeah.
Now I feel like we're back in a more normalcy than, you know, ideally whatever that's supposed to look like. But I think this is a great step for these guys to really get that and hone into that. And I really hope they get their monies, because at the end of the day, we love a good football game, but we also love a good paycheck.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Listen, because they really be sacrificing their bodies.
It's all about Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamins.
Shoot. All about it.
All about it. Hey, and I gotta give a shout out to all this basketball that's going on around.
Basketball season is
shout out to JSU for upsetting Texas Tech. Shout out to Grambling for upsetting Colorado. I know some other SWAC schools defeated Pac-12 schools. You know, the SWAC is undefeated against Pac-12 right now. They're 3-0. They are 3-0 against the Pac-12 team. So shout out to HBCU basketball. We are doing good. We are showing that we can compete. Plus, we're showing that we need to be in a tournament, that we need to be a higher seed in that tournament. We keep continually beating these Power 5 schools. That's a higher seed that we're going to get later on in that tournament. So shout out to all the basketball teams. Shout out to Coach K. I know he got them Norfolk girls right. Shoot. And man, just shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Just shout out to everybody.
Everybody needs a shout out.
Yeah.
You get a shout out. Do you think that they're going to do the HBCU All-Star game this upcoming year for basketball? Oh, I think they are.
They are?
I'm finding information. Oh, okay. It's in Houston.
What day?
April 2nd. I ain't doing nothing. I don't have class on Fridays. I put my business out, but I don't have class on Fridays.
Pre-snap Reed may be there in Houston on April 2nd. So
oh my gosh, because I love
sure
me a
y'all
good.
Mark our calendars.
Look, I got some friends in Houston. I could pull up on me.
You know what? FAMU is like the second place for Houston, because first is Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah.
Then outside of Florida, first is Atlanta, then it's Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And where were they last year?
Atlanta?
Were they in Atlanta?
Or
were they in, I think a lot of things were happening in New Orleans as well. So but I think that was the football game was in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
HBCU All-Star first ever game. It was in New Orleans. It was April 4th.
Oh, okay.
I was like, so much was happening in New Orleans, so I knew that was
going down. Cool. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be there. We're definitely gonna talk about that.
Yes.
Before I get into week 11 recap, we definitely gonna have a show for basketball coming up Sunday. It's called Welcome to the Blacktop. Welcome to the Blacktop. We're gonna definitely have it. It's coming on Sunday with me and my guest, Coach K. He's coming back this season to give you stats, to give you all the hard-hitting facts about every HBCU basketball team, men's and women's across the land. I'm telling you, this Coach K know your mama, he know your coach, and he know your coach's mama. He know everybody. So don't make sure you have them hard-hitting questions for Coach K. And we're gonna be on it this year, man. This gonna be a good year for basketball.
Never misses. Misses, Coach K. Never miss.
Yes, sir. Yes. Week 11 recap.
Week 11.
Week 11.
Hey, I said. You know what? I'm gonna start along with me writing down these scores. I'm gonna start writing down what we say too, because I was thinking I wasn't in the show last week, but I said, you know what, y'all gonna get it upset. It, y'all was gonna get it upset, and that's what you did, because y'all just thought y'all had Howard. Howard said, no, 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 no. Wasn't that their homecoming?
I hope not.
I think so.
This game really irks my nerves because, like, I feel like they just gave up. Like, I just really felt like they gave up during this game. They could have had Howard. Howard really fought all 4 quarters. That's what Howard did. They really played all 4 quarters. I feel like South Carolina State played like a quarter and a half. They probably only played like 2 quarters real hard. But shout outs to Howard.
So it wasn't homecoming, but it was senior day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
that
they
makes
tried.
sense because it's kind of late in the season, but we just had our homecoming. Well, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we had our
Yeah.
homecoming.
Yeah. Homecoming 2 weeks ago. Then we had senior night last week. So yeah.
Yeah. But still, yeah, they were hit hard the week before with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's so crazy because y'all beat us. Central, South Carolina State beat Central. Central beat Howard, and Howard beat South.
You know what it was?
It don't make
Robert, you
sense.
know what it was? Because after they beat y'all, they were talking about we want Jackson State. After they beat y'all, South Carolina State, after they beat y'all, they're talking about we want Jackson State.
If you're losing to Howard, you don't have a chance, Papi.
Yeah, you ain't got no chance.
You don't have a chance because, baby, what one thing JSU is not gonna do is play with you.
Oh nah. and if
They
they
play
is playing
again.
with you, it's gonna be in the 4th quarter. up by 30.
What? No, but listen, Jared Hunter wasn't playing. He was on his stuff. Howard's what is their running back?
Running back, yeah, he had 140, 149, 1 touchdown, 12 carries. Yeah,
Hunter wasn't playing this game at all. Yeah.
He was definitely eating, man. Shout out to Hunter, man. Shout out to Hunter. But this next game right here, North Carolina A&T survives.
No, I don't know too much about Charleston Southern. Are they what? Tell me about it.
They're like 50-50 team. They're not really like they're a hit and miss team, basically. They're a hit and miss team. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. But this is for Charleston Southern, this is a good game for Charleston Southern because they had A&T on the ropes kind of. So shout out to North Carolina A&T for continuing that. I think they're at a 7 or 8 game winning streak.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I know they'll be playing their championship this week against Gardner Webb. That's one of our key matchups for this week. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go too depth into that game right now because I'm going to do that later on. But shout out to North Carolina A&T.
Yeah.
In this game.
Mm-hmm. Did you go?
I watched it.
Okay.
When I say I was yelling,
screaming,
clapping, all this other stuff, I was doing that in the room.
Yes.
Boy, they know how to make a person have great hair. Fam, you.
Woo. They do it all the time. And it's like literally at the beginning of the season and always toward the end of the season. Like, why y'all doing that?
Yeah.
What y'all doing that for?
But I'm not gonna lie. Bama State, I underestimated them all. We all have. We all have on this show underestimated them since they got their new hire coach.
Yeah. Well, no, because there was that one game. I got it written down because I knew y'all was gonna try me. I said, I'm gonna start keeping up with y'all. I said, It was what game was it? No, I don't have it. I don't remember. But you know what? I know what it is. I'm going to pull it up for you. Because I was like, y'all sitting there talking mess, and I know they was going to have it. Mm-hmm.
But
Alabama A&M and Alabama State.
I think that was Jerry. I picked Alabama State. Jerry picked Alabama A&M. I picked Alabama State. I already knew how that was gonna go. I already knew how that was gonna go. But I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give a shout outs to the Wild Card. They was on here last year. They literally held it down the whole show with us. They're Bama State aficionados. They know everything about Bama State. Shout out to Wild Card. But I gotta give my flowers to Alabama State. Right? That defense is real. That defense is there. Once they get their offense line, they're already a problem in the SWAC. They're just going to be next year. They're going to be a headache. Yeah, they're really going to be a headache in the SWAC. It was crazy. Shout out to General Hunt for blocking that punt, and shout out to Bowler, the youngest one, for running that kickback. You know, shout out to them Bowler brothers. They always making plays on defense, special teams. Just shout out to both of them, man. Shout out to the Bowler family, even their sister that's cheering them on the sidelines. Definitely shout out to the Bowler family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to just, give props real quick before we talk about Jackson State. But fam, I'm really proud of how they're handling this season, considering of how it began. Yeah. You had the whole debacle with the players not being able to go to the game, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the next game, people, you know what I'm saying, saying they can't get in the game, like all this other stuff. It's just they are remaining cool, moving on, and allowing themselves to really, truly, be the best that they're able to be so that they can finish their season strong. And the two games that was their worst or their losing games already occurred at the beginning of the season. They've been on a streak right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. To your point, Robin, shout out to FAMU just for handling that. Just all throughout the season. I gotta give a test to Coach Willie, because if it weren't for him, they wouldn't be focused. They wouldn't be who they are at certain times during the game. And I wish, and this is me being biased, I wish we could score more points. I wish we could do this. Just let it go. But just shout out to FAMU, and just they always figure a way to win. They always figure out a way to win.
Yes, it may keep us on our toes.
That part, but they'll figure it out.
But they pull it out in the end. So absolutely. Definitely. But this wasn't a surprise though, guys. JSU v Alabama A&M 27-13. I'm glad they got some points on the board though. This is pretty little tighter than normal.
Robbie, have you been noticing the last couple of every game, these points been getting closer and closer.
But you know what? Closer. But you know what? I think in the grand scheme of things, Deion been doing this. He know what's going on. And I feel like in my mind, it's all strategy. You know what I'm saying? Preserving energy, players, whatever. It's like at this point, we just need to win to get through so that we can attack what's necessary to be really on top. Because that's why I feel like sometimes, and it really depends on the team, because you can have a team that's just undefeated and they just undefeated and win the whole damn season. But then you got sometimes, and teams sometimes peak too soon or they peak too early, in a sense that when it matters, they don't know how to withstand because they're exerting all the energy into like, okay, this is the championship, this is the third. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that they're trying to go beyond. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get themselves a good bowl game as well as the championship. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's not anything to be too concerned about, in my opinion. I think that Jackson State knows what they're doing, but still, Alabama A&M still put some stuff on the board still.
Regardless. They put 13 on the board.
13 on the board.
Some people say just a forewarning, Shedeur may have gotten hurting real bad. I don't think he got hurt. But I know he's hurt. So definitely looking at that coming to this next game against Alcorn. And, we just have to take it from there, take our lumps like a grandma told us to. And we're about to figure out what's going on next week with them because, next week is a really big game for them, even though they clinched the East. But still, they still got a big game next week against Alcorn.
Yeah. Wow. Texas.
Andrew Body!
Yeah. Shut it down. Grambling 7. And when Grambling has also been that team that's just been like, this really ain't y'all season for real.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be this large of a deficit though. But Texas Southern, I mean, they've been pretty solidly consistent, even though they're about a balanced, schedule now. They're 5-5. But coming off who did they had that loss with Jackson State the week prior.
Yeah.
They basically gave the same show Jackson State gave to them.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, they just took it with them. But yeah. Grandma, I mean, it's just like I said, one of them things. It's just ain't come back next year.
And that's what I think it is too, Robin. Like, Hugh Jackson doesn't have his team.
Yeah.
And this is literally somebody else's team, and he's trying to put the pieces together. I think next year is going to be his breakout year. I think next year people are they're going to be surprised how good Grambling is. Like, I think Grambling is going to be Grambling next year. Grambling, me personally, I predict this game next year is going to be one of the best games next year that we'll watch. It's going to be like, this is the title shot for the West next year. Yeah. So hopefully Hugh can get his people in there. He can get his boys in here that he wants. He can get a quarterback, get everything that he wants. And, Grambling is going to be feared next year. I don't care what anybody says. Grambling, I'm going to predict, I'm going to go ahead and say they're probably going to win the West next year.
So are you saying that because of the recruits that they have coming in for the 23-24 season, or you're just saying that now Hugh has gotten a better handle after a season in with this team and it's just going to be reconstructed and improved upon next season? Like, what are you basing it off of?
I feel like you said, the second part, he entered the SWAC. He, getting accustomed to everything, getting accustomed to the coaching, the culture, what fits with him, what don't fit with him. Because like right now, he has players that he didn't pick, and he has players that he did pick. And that's like a mixture of, you don't know what you're going to get. Yeah. Like you're just cooking a cake and you're just putting ingredients in there. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna get if it come out the oven, but I'm gonna get something. Yeah. That's what he's doing right now. Just like how Deion started out the year during that spring. He didn't know what he was going to get. He tried to figure out what he liked, what he didn't like. Then
that's very true.
Literally, it took off.
Yeah.
And that's true. And I feel like the same thing's going to happen with Hugh next year. It's going to definitely take off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, because it did take, Deion that time to really frame and like put into foundation how he wanted the team to grow. And that does take time and it takes effort. And I think the difference also too is that, Grambling was already really shifting, in addition to Hugh having to take on the role and lead, in addition to having to mesh with those new coaches. Because it's like, even the whole offensive coordinator situation, like that took time, energy, and focus, pairing that with a whole team of 18 to 22 plus year olds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get that. That's a good one.
Then you got to think about it. Just like last year, they was talking about they were not getting food. They were not getting served the right stuff. They were eating cereal and stuff like that. So you coming off of that year, and you still have players there coming off of a bad taste of that year. So, I think this next year for Grambling is going to be a great year for Grambling.
Yeah. I hope so. They deserve it.
Definitely. And make sure you please subscribe to the Preach Not Read if you haven't subscribed. Make sure you like, make sure you share. Make sure you follow us on IG and Twitter, Preach Not Read, right down here at the little ticker. Make sure hit us up about anything you want us to talk about, any new things you want us to talk about. Definitely make sure we try to get to these subscribers. Make sure you please subscribe to Bridges on Top, Preach Not Read.
Put your notifications on.
Definitely.
And I know some of y'all be having y'all stuff on Do Not Disturb, so deliver quietly.
You better tell them.
Because, baby, I know my phone lives on Do Not Disturb, honey, so I get it. I'm coming from a place of understanding. Mm-hmm. But I still be getting the notifications I want to know about.
Exactly. So, you can pick what you want to know about, and make sure you pick this show.
There it is. There it was.
We only come on once a week.
Yeah.
It ain't like we just on here randomly random days.
And we becoming consistent too, because I know when we started, we was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
What? We was all over the place when we first started this show. We didn't know what
but
day.
Now, baby. Thursday night.
7 to 7:30.
There it is. You got a window.
What?
To the window.
What?
Hey, get it. Hey.
All right, but week 12, we got Jackson State. They 10-0. You can see I ain't putting no on there. They just got 10 wins.
They just got 10. The other number don't matter. It don't matter.
Alcorn 5-5. Then we got the championship game of this week. North Carolina A&T versus Gardner-Webb 5-5. And shout out to Benedict College for winning a championship, going to the playoffs. Shout out to Benedict, and shout out to the other two HBCUs that's in the Division II playoffs. So shout out to Benedict, shout out to HBCUs at Division II. This Benedict is their first undefeated season. They first. Wow. So shout out to them boys. Shout out to my boy Kobe, the mayor of Blitz City. Shout out to that boy.
Hey,
he the mayor of Blitz City. Soon. Make sure y'all go watch Blitz City, man. This boy putting on good stuff for the MEAC. Also good stuff for Jackson State and the SWAC, man. Shout out to my boy Kobe, man. And we gotta get you on the show pretty soon, my dog. Gotta get you on the show pretty soon. But let's get into my favorite part. It's the City Boy Awards.
What?
It's the City Boy Awards.
It's time.
It's time. Robin, you've been missing the awards.
I know. Listen, start it off, friend. That's how
I got you right here.
City Boy.
Oh,
I love it. We got Shedeur Sanders, goddamn. 13 for 24, 183 for 4 touchdowns. I can put him on this week because he got the 4 touchdowns, man. Shedeur got them 4 touchdowns. Definitely he a city boy, straight up by the jack. Don't know how to act, and I gotta put it on for this.
City boy.
Not that don't know how to act. Somebody come get Ronald.
City boy. Robert, I'll let you get this one.
Listen, Xavier Smith, 13. Look, receptions, 13. One game, big dog. My baby saying, woo, catch him. Look, 145 yards, 1 touchdown. Listen, fam, we just said it before. We're saying it again. Like, this team I feel like is really getting settled. But Xavier has not stopped, right? He's been coming with it from the start of it. And he's continuing going. And each game, I feel like he's really getting in tune to how it, like, what it really feels like to have consistent, like, almost the ability to never go back, but always grow and always get better each game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's really hard sometimes for athletes, and especially in this sport because it's so demanding, right? We have these guys that are constantly putting their bodies on the line each and every day. or each and every week rather, and then you got practice and stuff. But like he's consistently growing and getting better. And even if it's not necessarily more receptions this game, more yardage this game, it's almost like he's this is his game. Like he
Yeah.
knows what to do. He doesn't need to necessarily be coddled or reminded. You know, Xavier Smith is definitely he's that city boy. He is. I gotta let him know.
Definitely. Shout out to my boy Xavier. I think he's about to be the only wide receiver that's about to hit 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
I think he's the only receiver probably in the SWAT that's about to hit 1,000 yards. He already has 82 catches, 948 yards, and 10 touchdowns, man. Shout out to my boy X, man. Man, he's straight.
Yeah.
Hey, I just gotta give him up to it.
Give him up.
Man.
Give him up. Give him up. Give him up.
City ball. Shoot. Shout out to my boy X, man. The first 1,000-yard receiver this year in the SWAT, man. Shout out. Oh, this boy right here from Alcorn State, my boy Howard, 32 carries, 129 yards, and 1 touchdown. That's how you carry the team on your back. It was against Bethune-Cookman. It was a hard-fought game. It was a close game. It was like 17-14. Yeah. So, just literally putting your team on the back saying, we're not going to lose Bethune. We lost to them last year in the upset. We are not having it this year. We are definitely not having it. Shout out to the Alcorn boys. Shout out to the McNair family. And you already know this boy get another City Boy award, man. City Boy! City Boy! City Boy!
Listen, we were just calling this out. Andrew Body was not playing with nobody.
Exactly.
Let me tell you.
Exactly.
Look, 15 of 22, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, 43 rushing yards. That quarterback said, I am mobile today. I am. He really reminds me of Cam a little bit. I don't know if you get that vibe, but he really does remind me of Cam.
I think because he got that, his drip game be on point too.
Yes. He never disappoints, like in all aspects.
Drip game be on point.
Put that man in the league. God damn it.
But shout out to his drip game. If y'all ain't never saw Mr. Andrew Body drip game, his drip game be on point. Shout out to Mrs. Body, because she be on point. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mrs. Body. Shout out to the Body family. And
Body family.
City Boy, City Boy, City Boy, City Boy. This boy in Houston, tearing Houston up, man. Houston up,
that's
man.
For the season, actually. Yeah.
Give
my man his props. No, give my man his props. I always do them. They know my love for them. I want you to tell me what's going on at my school. I want to hear.
Okay, so you want me to do it? Man, my boy D. Richard, man. What's up, man? He got 22 attempts, 31, 347 yards. Oh my gosh. He was carving them up like a Thanksgiving turkey out there.
Listen,
4 touchdowns, 5 carries for 24 yards, and 1 touchdown. This boy literally carried the whole season.
Yeah.
With these type of stats, man. He's a dual threat quarterback, led his team to a MEAC championship, and led his team to the celebration mode. If that doesn't say nothing, man, that should say a lot just for him. Showing up every game. And you already know, I don't even know, he been on here more than 5 times. So he gets the upper echelon City Boy award. He already been on here 5 times, man. He got his City Boy award. City Boy, City Boy, City Boy,
I'm City Boy, 340.
Definitely. He is up there with these top quarterbacks in the HBCU lane. He is definitely up there.
Yes. And it's great that he is, consistent, kind of like what we were just talking about with Xavier, is like consistently in throughout the entire season. That is phenomenal.
Yes.
His off day was the bye week. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I can say a lot about quarterbacks and how they do is how consistent they are. Even like Shedeur, Jeremy, and Richard. Like
Yeah.
those are three good, consistent quarterbacks that put up stats, carry their team to win the game. If they do make mistakes, they rebound back from the mistakes. They rebound back. Or
Yes.
they team see their quarterback is struggling. Hey, okay, we need to
Right.
help our quarterback.
Right.
So it's like it's amazing just to see these three boys out here doing it. Even Andrew Body, I should say 4. It's just amazing to see these quarterbacks out here doing their thing. And I just wish all these quarterbacks the best of luck as actually, doing it. Actually throwing the ball out here.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And these nominees, they got in the club, but they didn't go to the VIP.
Right. They had general admission.
Yeah, they got in the club. They
in the club though.
Yeah, they in the club. They may kind of skip the line, you know what I'm saying? They kind of skip the line. You know what, Ray? You know what? I actually shout out to more Travis Hunter. That was my fault. That was my fault. Because
but he's saying it's going to be this weekend. That's what he's saying. He's saying it's going to be this weekend.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Shout out to him because last week I said Travis Hunter is going to have a good game playing receiver. I was like, this is the game he is going to break out a good game playing receiver, and he played a good game at receiver, and he still played the defensive side of the ball too. So shout out to my boy Travis Hunter, man. But yeah, he was doing. I think he got a pick too. I think he got a pick this game. So yeah, he should be on there too. But let's go through these right quick. Jones from BCU, quarterback, 23 or 34, 228 yards and 1 touchdown. Even though he come with the loss, his stats been looking consistent these past 3 weeks for Bethune-Cookman. So this Florida Classic is looking kind of juicy out there now. You know what I'm saying? Look kind of juicy. I got my boy Owens, 13 carries, 105, 1 touchdown. Looking pretty good, my boy. You got Jeremy. The reason why you ain't in VIP because you got 3 interceptions.
Damn.
At least you got in the club, but he know what VIP look like. Yeah. You know what VIP look like.
Of course.
But you couldn't get in this week because you probably didn't get you didn't turn in your information on time. You got 3 interceptions. Yeah. You got 3 interceptions, that's why you ain't
he messed up.
Yeah, he definitely messed up.
His card bounced.
Yeah, definitely messed up. My boy Hicks from North Carolina Central, 5 receptions for 127, 1 touchdown. You eating. Yeah. You was eating. Yeah. You was eating. And my boy.
It's solid.
And my boy Hunter from Howard. He showed up and he showed out against that South Carolina State defense. 12 carries, 149 and 1 touchdown. Whew.
Good night.
Yeah, he was eating. He was having hell of a night. And you already know the people that's always on here almost every other week.
Not the refs.
So somebody.
Is it just one ref or all the refs?
All the refs.
Okay.
Yeah, all the refs. They just need to forfeit the season. They like I feel like Robin, me and you can go out there and ref the game.
Hey, listen,
What? Where's my flag at? Flag on the play. Hold on.
I said,
hold it. On the offense. Hey, Robin, what number was it? What number?
I was like, I don't know. I thought you said
52. 52.
Look, 52 on the bench. I'm not even in the game.
Exactly. Exactly. I feel like we can do a better job.
Flag, baby. They're not giving you your chance. We want you to get into the game.
Definitely. But yeah, these SWAT refs, man, they need to. They need to do something about that. But HBCU games of the week and the MEAC game of the week. We got Howard at Morgan State. That's at 12. Norfolk State at South Carolina State. That's at 1:30. Campbell at Delaware State and North Carolina Central versus Tennessee Tech at 2:30. Robin, what games are you looking for this week?
I'm definitely looking forward to Norfolk State and South Carolina State.
Okay.
Considering South Carolina State's loss to Howard, I'm just seeing, is there another, person that can beat them? I don't know. I just feel like that's going to be a good game for them. Just to see how South Carolina State is going to come back after having a loss from the last week. I'm also interested in seeing, my Central Eagles and the Tennessee Tech football team. I don't really know too much about how Tennessee Tech has done this season, but traditionally, we had my brothers used to go to TSU. They had a game before, and they pretty solid. So it's like
Yeah.
it's definitely a game I feel like could be potentially out of Central's comfort zone. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know what they've been doing this year, but hey, it's when you have an out of conference games, it can go one of two ways: really, really good or really, really bad. So
Yeah.
it is.
I'm looking forward to that same game, the North Carolina Central and Tennessee Tech game. That's a game that's outside their conference.
Yeah.
So these are what games that FCS people look at. Can the MEAC and SWAC compete outside their conference?
Right.
And Tennessee Tech, did they lose? I think they lost against they lost against
Tennessee
Tennessee State. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
lost against Tennessee State. So, they have a good quarterback. Their quarterback is over 2,000 yards. Their running back carries the team, and their receivers are really good too. So they really have to play. They really have to stay focused. I say for North Carolina Central, this is a game to prepare for before you go to the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah.
So
you really don't know.
So this is a game that you can prepare for. They have a quarterback that can throw the ball. They have a running back that can run, and they have receivers that they spread the ball around. They give it to their receivers. So this game, I'm looking forward for them to play all 4 quarters, lights out. Make sure you play good, sound football this game, and I feel like North Carolina Central can come out with a W.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the New Hampshire game when Central played New Hampshire. I think if anything, that could probably be emulating of what Tennessee Tech could produce. Because I mean, they're a 4-6 team. I'm looking at their record now, and Central is 8-2. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, granted, you're dealing with different teams, different conferences, of course, and so that brings competition that's different. But I don't know. I feel like Central, if they do what they've been doing, like you said, it's it could be a good game, but I feel like they can make it out on top. But I wouldn't be mad if they lost. Why? Because again, it's like, yes, it's another game. You want to win it. It's out of conference, like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, cool, but like we also trying to get here as well.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it to the championship. They're trying to, they're on the Celebration Bowl. Like all of those things matter.
Yeah.
And to preserve the health of your players. So yeah, I'm not too mad about it, but I still that's why I was like, I feel like Norfolk and South Carolina State gotta make a comeback.
Yeah, but hey, Buddy Pugh, hey, better get them boys right.
Get them right.
Get them right. Get them right. Then we got the SWAC games. You got Texas Southern at Alabama A&M. That's at 3. PV versus Mississippi Valley. And this could be the game of the week, but I always like to choose 2. I don't like to choose 3. FAMU versus Bethune-Cookman at 2:30, the Florida Classic. We all know why. We all know we going to that game, so we know.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know what's gonna come out.
Yeah. Go ahead, Robin, with your analysis on this FAMU game versus.
I think it's like I said, the FAM has definitely started off in a weird space, and has elevated since. So as long as they're just on that train, just don't take advantage of the situation that you're dealing with a 2-8 team. Like that shouldn't be the mindset going into the game. You go in, you know what to do, and you do it. And then let that be the reason. Because I'm not even going to say what I was going to say because I don't even want to jinx it. All I know is, FAM, just do your job. That's it. It is what it is. Bethune, you want to make a believe out of people? You better have some stuff in your back pocket.
Exactly.
And it's not impossible. We've seen it before. We've seen upsets to the point was like, y'all should have stayed. What you say? Stay at the dorm.
Yeah, you said stay your ass at the dorm.
Stay at
Don't
the
be
dorm.
don't be coming out to Orlando and I'm spending my good money to see y'all and y'all should have stayed your asses at the dorm.
There it is, and that's what it's gonna be. So, in essence, no, I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket, but I am gonna say, do I believe that FAMU is going to win? I do believe that. So there it is.
Definitely. And Robin, put it in this perspective. So I've been doing more researching about the FCS and everything. So since Jackson State won out, they get to go to the celebration mode. We don't have a physical bid in the playoffs because we took that bid away because we go to the celebration mode.
Yeah.
So basically right now we have to win this game. I say win this game in fashion like we did last year. And we have to account on other people losing certain games so we can actually get that at-large bid.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, it's a lot riding on this game, and it's a lot riding just on this season because like you said, Robin, so much stuff has happened. Just the ups and downs and trying to figure what's going on, And like boy Ray said, we may host a playoff game. Me personally, I've been doing research. I feel like FAMU probably 9 times out of 10 will not host it just because one, strength of schedule. Our strength of schedule is like damn near 100, like damn near at 100 or whatever. So that kind of hurts us. Then the North Carolina game really did help us, but then the Jackson State game pushed us back also.
Yeah.
So
is it not a guaranteed if they win? So if they win against Bethune this weekend, is it not guaranteed that they have the bid as a host for the playoff game?
They necessarily don't have a bid, but we have a fighting chance.
Okay, so they just in order to help their chances, they have to win against.
They have to win.
Okay.
Yeah, in order to help their chances. It's so much stuff that these people look at. They look at your strength of schedule. They look at who you played. They look at who you lost to. Because, like I said, that North Carolina game that we lost, they can look at that and be like, damn, they played a D1 team to the wire with hardly no players. But then again, like we played Jackson State, it was like, but next week they got bloomed out like 50-something to, whatever.
Right.
So they look at those two things and they look at strength of schedule. They look at that's why I tell myself every week we have to put points on the board. We got to score 40 and above to make ourselves look good so we can go into these playoffs. But that's a whole nother.
They just need to do what they know how to do. Take care of business.
Yeah, take care of business this week. I don't want to hope nobody on their downfall, but hope a couple other teams losing so we can get to the playoffs 2 years in a row.
We're not saying which teams. We're just saying in the grand scheme of things, someone has to lose, guys.
Yeah, someone has to. Yeah.
So we just hope they're playing the game fairly. There's a winner and there's a loser, and that's fair.
Yeah, definitely on that part. We hope that all the lines will come in sequence. This Saturday. So and I know the playoff predictions will be on Sunday. So if we win, the playoff predictions will be on Sunday. I'm pretty sure they'll be watching it. I'll be watching it. All FAMU people will be definitely watching that game.
Yes.
Definitely.
Stay tuned.
The game of the week.
All right.
The championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the championship. And Robin, this is so crazy. I was talking about this to Jerry earlier, that North Carolina A&T was predicted to win their conference. In the beginning of the season, we was like, who the hell is North Carolina A&T with these losses?
Because we didn't know.
Yeah, we truly didn't know, but literally they did a 360 and turned their program around, and now those predictions were so right and so accurate.
And you know what's amazing about this is I do believe this is their inaugural year with this
Yep.
conference, because
Mm-hmm.
they were in CAA
Yep.
last year. And
Yep.
now, your first season being in a new conference and you're going to the championship game.
And
No, even in between that, you had a rocky start with your season, finished out the season on top, and then add on to that, you're in the championship game of a conference that you just got to.
yeah, and get this, Robin. If they win this game, they get an at-large bid in the playoffs.
Lovely.
So they automatically go to the playoffs if they win this game. How much motivation is that? Like that's a lot of motivation on you. And like, look where we just like FAMU. Look where we started and look where we at now.
Yeah. Yeah, easy. And I think also to take into consideration, like I remember last year we did talk about like how, not last year, at the beginning of the season, we talked about how, you know, the transition into this new conference, why was it necessary?
Mm-hmm.
What was the purpose? Like we had these conversations trying to fathom of like, what was the point? Y'all could have just stayed where y'all were. You know what I'm saying? But it's all coming to fruition because it's like, oh, that's essentially, I feel like, what they were trying to do in the first place with the first conference, the CAA.
Yeah.
And it didn't give them that energy that the Big South was giving them. And I don't know, whether to claim that the Big South is less competitive than CAA or vice versa. I don't know those statistics you guys know out there. But I will say that it's still a strong chess move in their journey to be like, all right, we're going to make another decision to move into this new conference, new teams, new atmosphere, but we're not going to play. Like we're going to shut it down, right?
Definitely.
Now, what's interesting is Gardner-Webb, although they are a 5-5 team, they are still undefeated within the conference.
Yeah.
So they are also 4-4, 4-0, and North Carolina A&T is 4-0, I do believe.
Yeah.
So that makes me wonder, have they didn't see each other throughout the season, did they not?
Nah, they didn't see each other. This is literally like the lightning just struck twice for these teams. Like,
got it.
They played lights out in conference, and now they finally facing each other.
Right, and that's what's like that was surprising because I'm like, there's only so many teams in this conference. There's Robert Morris University, Bryant, Charleston, Southern, Campbell, Gardner-Webb, and North Carolina A&T. So, I mean, their competition had a 5-5 overall, but again, 4-0 in the conference. So I'm just like, well, A&T, this is your time to shine.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely
you might as well keep it up.
Yeah, definitely your time to shine, A&T. But run down to the game. A&T, run the ball. That's what you got to do. You've been running the ball all this time. Do not change up. Do not mix the recipe. Do not put Old Bay in the stuff you ain't putting Old Bay in. Continue running that ball. Exactly. Get 2 turnovers. Your defense win you the games. Trust me. A couple of games that y'all are in, your defense have won you those games. So trust in your defense. Get these 2 turnovers and be physical. Hold that line up and push, pull, get to the quarterback. Have a complete game. That's why we're here. Play all 4 quarters. Don't play sloppy in 2 quarters. Don't, play all 4 quarters. Play 100%. Play fast. If you mess up fast. Don't mess up half-assing.
Yeah.
And, have a total of 450 yards in total offense. I think that's the magical number for you to beat this Gardner-Webb team. at Gardner Webb. If you have over 450 total yards of offense, you will definitely win this game. For Gardner Webb, spread the ball around.
Yeah, because they're
You
going to be
got
ready.
Yeah, you got receivers, you have running backs, you got a quarterback that's over that 2,000-yard threshold.
Yeah.
Spread the ball around.
Spread it out.
Keep your formula going.
Spread it out.
You're at Gardner Webb.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna be packed out. I know them. This is a white school, so I know them white kids are gonna be turned up.
First of all,
Gardner Webb. Gardner Webb.
Let me just preference. This is not a dig at white people, but you know who you are.
Gardner Webb. You know you got no.
You know who you are.
What school? What school called North Carolina A&T? Yeah, the boy. It's Gardner Webb.
Get it out. Get it out.
Oh God! But Gardner Webb, you got to stop the run. Stop the run. You know, that's North Carolina A&T's bread and butter. Yeah. They love their running backs. They love running the ball. Stop the run. Get 300 passing yards. I feel like if you get to that magical number, the 300, you will win the game. You will win the game. Your offense is going to carry you this game more than your defense will. Because if you don't put up the points, if you don't put up the number of Gardner Webb, you will not win this game. Robin, what is your score for this game right here?
Baby, I already got it pulled up. I say North Carolina A&T 27, Gardner Webb 10.
My boy Ray said North Carolina A&T 7, Gardner Webb 3. Boy, that's a dog fight.
Now he said they're not gonna get past it. I don't know, but dog, I think North Carolina A&T gonna come out. Yeah. I think they're gonna score more than 7. Maybe 27 is a bit much, but I'm keeping my score because I don't want to be hypocritical. So I'm saying 27-10, North Carolina A&T. What you got, Ron?
Sure. North Carolina A&T, I definitely know they're going to bring their band out there. I know it's going to – I say it's not going to be a somewhat hostile environment because A&T people do travel. They do travel. They're going to
I'm not even going to lie. Like, it's in Boiling Springs.
It's in Boiling Springs, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
That is in the country. That is in the middle of nowhere. I can literally like drive there 45 minutes.
But what I'm saying is it ain't nowhere but 2 hours from Greensboro. So North Carolina A&T gonna flood through.
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. And it's on that stadium can only hold 9,000 people. So you know A&T gonna show up.
Oh, it is supposed to be nice weather this weekend too.
Exactly.
What time they play at noon on Saturday? Yeah.
That's the hottest part of the day too, Robin.
There it is.
That's the hottest part of the day. So
and it's starting to get a little cold out here. So
I put North Carolina A&T on top. The score is going to be 28 to 21.
28-21. Yeah. That's good.
Definitely. And this game right here. Whew, before I get into my analysis, we truly don't know if Shedeur is going to play.
And you know what? If he doesn't, they will be fine.
They will be fine.
I generally think that they will be fine.
Okay, so just put that in factor in, once you're thinking about this game. I think they will be fine too. But let's get into the game right here. JSU, get 2 turnovers. Your defense is playing lights out. Aubrey Miller, Travis Hunter, your D-line, get those sacks, man. Blitz packages out the wazoo. Like, I ain't got to say too much more about their defenses. Keep playing lights out. Don't make mistakes. Put up 21 points in the first half. That is your usual Jackson State. Usually put up 21 to 28 points in the first half. Keep doing that recipe, and you're definitely going to have a triumphant outcome of the game in that second half. Stop the run. Yeah. Alcorn loves to run the ball. They got that bad man back there that can tote that thing, that carry the whole team on his back.
Mm-hmm.
stop the run. Because if you don't stop the run, that boy is just going to have a field day.
Yeah.
Field day. And my last one, give Travis Hunter the ball.
Yeah. And we just talked about Travis Hunter is going to be, we prophesized that Travis Hunter is going to be on the city board list. Yes. So if you give that young man the ball,
Travis Hunter is a better receiver than he is a better cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
When he, like, for me, his playing style is like, it's like Odell. He played receiver like Odell.
Mm-hmm.
And once he catch the ball, you don't know where he's going to go. He is that dynamic on offense where he needs to play more on offense than he does defense. That's just me personally, because he's like, to me, I feel like he's the best receiver in the SWAC if he really plays that position.
Right.
So I feel like give Travis Hunter the ball, y'all have a better outcome of winning the game. Mm-hmm. Alcorn, control the line of scrimmage. We know you love to run the ball on offense. That is your bread and butter. You got to make sure you control that line, pick up the extra.
Especially dealing with Jackson State.
Yes. Yes. You have to control the line of scrimmage. Definitely. That's on offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
You can apply to both sides of the ball. Get 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
You have to. I don't know.
Defense has to show up to this game.
Yeah, I don't know who's playing quarterback this week, but definitely get 2 turnovers. You have to get 2 turnovers to be somewhat in the game.
To survive.
Exactly. To survive. You are so right, Robin, because if you do not get no turnovers, you is not a survivor.
The dog.
Sure. I think this stat is kind of like outlandish, but I say get 4 sacks in the game.
Well, it does depend on who's their quarterback, who's their backup quarterback, Jackson State's quarterback.
We don't know.
Oh, okay. We've never seen a young man.
Exactly. All I know.
But that doesn't mean that he's not ready. That doesn't mean that he is not ready. I just don't know you, baby. But
you're right, Robin.
He's not ready.
Doesn't mean he's not ready, but
he's on the same team, just like all the other young men. And what I know about Dion is he said everybody gonna be ready. So I said, okay.
Okay, well, we'll definitely see this week if he's ready. But that Alcorn defense, they gotta get 4 sacks.
Yeah,
they gotta disrupt them. These sacks will help out your 2 turnovers, because if you pressure him enough, he's going to turn the ball over. He's going
to rattling them with at least 1. You know what I'm saying? Shake them up. You got to get them off of their game in order to have a fighting chance. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's how you're going to have to be in the competition. Because if you just let them come over, child, they staying.
Exactly.
You at your own house.
Exactly, and then your ass gonna be should have stayed at the Dome Ward. That part. Run the ball all 4 quarters. Alcorn, do not stop running the ball. If you're down 14, do not stop running the ball. If you're down 21 zip, do not stop running the ball.
Yeah.
Keep running the ball.
Yeah.
Please.
We're gonna have to have everybody on deck.
What? Two tight ends, a fullback running the ball. Exactly.
Back to the left.
What? Keep running.
That's it.
Running.
All I want to see is these side tosses.
What? I better see every running play I saw in the NFL. Y'all better have running plays out the wazoo.
Absolutely.
Y'all better have running plays out the wazoo. But Robin, what is your prediction of this week? Your score?
I'm going to get a little lower today because I don't know where we are with the quarterback situation. So I'm going to say 17-3. 17-3.
Okay.
They're going to get on the board.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I don't know if it's going to be a high scoring game. I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're done with these high scoring games.
Okay.
People are catching on to them. People know what they do. My boy Ray said 31-13.
Wow.
Okay.
Ray, I wrote that down.
Okay. Ray, you heard? Hey, Ray, you heard it now.
I wrote it down.
He said JSU, JSU. All right, Ray Ray. All right, you gonna see if you was right. You gonna see if you was right, Ray Ray. But I say JSU is gonna be I say 24-17. JSU.
Okay. All right, 24-17.
Robin, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
The Alabama, what was it? Was it Alabama A&M? I think it was the FAMU and Alabama A&M game. Do you have that written down for me?
FAMU, Alabama A&M. I have FAMU and Southern.
Well, what was that score? Yeah, what was that score for me?
I had 35-6. Jerry had 24-14 Southern. And you had 34-21 FAMU.
Robin, you know I was so close to that.
Oh, why?
I was so close. It was, hold on. Let me go back to it. Because I was so close to that. It's 30-16.
30-16. Yeah, you did.
I was so close.
34-21, yeah.
I was so close.
Percentage-wise, you were right there, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there. I was like, I know I'm close to that score. And we kept talking about it. We was at the game. I was like, I know I'm close to that score. I just had to ask you because I know you had it written down.
I had it. Now you know I did. Yes, I did.
Dude. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for the people that watch it from beginning to end. Because it's a lot of other stuff on Thursdays. We got NFL, we got NBA, we got college basketball going on, and we got the college football going on. Got a lot of things going on. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Make sure you please like, subscribe to the Pre-Snap Read. Make sure you share this thing. Make sure you follow Pre-Snap Read on IG and Twitter. And Robin, you got anything to say to the people out there in YouTube land?
No, just we got some holidays coming up, so make sure that you're spending time with your family, friends, whoever make you, smile, laugh, kiki. Also, if you haven't seen Black Panther, then you need to go today. And if not today, then tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then the next day. But it's coming up soon. It was a great movie. I'm not going to tell y'all about it, but make sure you bring your tissues.
Tissues for them tissues. Yep. Yeah, it is a tear jerker now. I ain't gonna lie. I almost had a little stick on in my eye.
I had to grab it. Grab it all.
I hold it back.
They trying to get me.
I'll say Chazzy Boy.
Onions.
I'll say Chazzy Boy. I chew.
I'm a dead.
Yeah, that movie was good. Shout out to my people back in South Carolina. Shout out to them. I'm gonna come see y'all definitely soon. Shout out to the Bridges family. Shout out to my big brother Antoine, and shout out to my middle brother Dion, and shout out to my Mama Bridges. Shout out to Mama Bridges.
Oh, and we miss you, Jerry.
Yeah, hey Jerry, be safe on that road. We're gonna hit you up afterwards. Be definitely safe on the road. Shout out to
Orlando.
Exactly. Shout out to the Florida Classic this week, man. If y'all already know about the Florida Classic, I shouldn't have to say too much more.
Out there.
Yeah, definitely. But peace, love. We out.
Bye.